Okay, so I'm super excited today to have a chat with a couple of my beautiful ladies who are doing my current Thrive program. So these chats are so beneficial because I love, firstly, actually finding out how they came about me, because I put out content in all different directions. So it's cool to hear how people find my program or even just find me and the content that I do, and then hearing their experience, like what it has been like for them. So we've got beautiful Michelle and beautiful Wendy today. So and there might be a few more people pop in if they remember. I'll just kind of explain that on the program every week we have a Zoom call where it's like a coaching call where you can bring any questions. Everyone kind of joins in and we share the journey together, which is really beneficial because someone will ask something and everyone gets to learn from it. So this is our normal Zoom time call. And then today we're just actually like having a bit of a share about the experiences. So just wanted to give you a framework so you know as you're listening in that this is part of the program. So you actually get like one-on-one coaching, if you like, every week, and the ability to be able to share not only your experience, but with other women that are journeying the same journey that you are doing. So Michelle, would you like to share, your story, your experience? It's been such a delight to work with you.
Sure, I've enjoyed the same. So I started listening to your podcast in May. One of my good friends, Vicky, just said, Michelle, I'm learning so much. You would really love this program. And so I started by listening to you when I was on the treadmill. And I was more of a walker. I'm 64, so I was more of a walker than a big exerciser or weightlifter. So that has changed. It's been really great. I think the main thing when I first started was prioritize the protein. I had no idea how much I should be eating. And so that right there was such a game changer. The first week I didn't have a big appetite. I was just shocked at how good I felt and how full I felt. And then just every week I would learn so much. I learned about menopause and some of the things that go along with it. And I'm long past menopause. So it was just very interesting to learn that because I do feel like I'm sort of prone to injury and when I exercise. So that made a lot of sense to me. So now I take some supplements that do help.
Good.
Um, but I feel so much better. I have lost more than 10 pounds and about 1.5 inches in my waist. So I'm thrilled. And I love the food, but I've learned about fasting, estrogen, just so much that I can't even, it's just unimaginable. Like, I can't believe how cool it is. I'm lifting weights, even with a barbell, where I just don't think I would have ever done that. So anyway, I love your program and I'm going to stick with it for a little bit because I love your food and recipes, and just the motivational has been super helpful. So it's been
That's
great.
that's so exciting, and you've done so well. If someone was listening into this and they were kind of in the spot that you were in before, they didn't have a friend like Vicky kind of explaining to them, they're
Mhm.
just listening into this, like, and they're like, you know, what do I do? What would your advice be? Oh no, we might have frozen. Hopefully we'll give it a second. I think we might have frozen here. So sorry, Michelle. I can't
It's
hear
that.
you. Oh, hang on. We've got you back. We had a
Yeah.
little freeze. Can you repeat that for me?
Yes, I would start kind of like I did, listening to the podcast, doing the protein challenge, but I just did one step at a time and started by doing the first 6 weeks with you. And then I decided to add the exercise and then the one-on-one coaching to help me, how can I navigate the calorie reduction so I can actually lose more? So every step that I took, I was ready to take, if that makes sense, kind of little by little. And then I now feel like I have a really good grasp on what I need to do day to day. And it's not super strict. I can eat, I can go out to eat, I can go away for the weekend. And I pack my protein. I just prepare and plan a little differently. But I would just say, I think if you've ever wanted to lose weight in a healthy way and maybe change just your philosophy on food and nutrition, this is a wonderful program to do that. You learn a lot. So,
Awesome. And even touching on that, Michelle, what you just said, that really is success. What you just touched on right then is that, look, when we're in our own environment and we have the ability to, cook our own food and everything is weighed and measured and quite I guess controlled, if you like, but you're like just talking about going on holiday and like going out for dinner and still being able to live your life. And that's really what we frame as success, because that's then taking all of the things you've learned along the way and then applying them to living. And that is what we're really trying to achieve, which is amazing.
it is. It's so cool. And it wasn't hard. It was just really paying attention, taking notes, and really learning, listening and learning. Hmm.
And and that's why you hear me say, if you listen to my podcast already, or if you listen to any of my content, you'll hear me say this often: education is power. And that's why the program is very heavily education based, because when we know better, we do better. And that's exactly what has happened for you, Michelle, is now you have all the knowledge, so then you can apply it not only just to normal life, but to holidays and going out for dinner. And this is where
Hmm.
success really comes into play, because this
Yeah.
isn't just about losing weight now. It's like this is a lifestyle that's going to serve you for the rest of your life.
It's you really end up with great tools. So thank you. I can't thank you enough. It's a wonderful program and
So
wonderful lifestyle. So
and
thanks.
Wendy, we're looking forward to hearing your experience.
Thank you. So I am 74. I've been CrossFitting for almost 10 years now. I'm not new to the concept of counting protein or macros. But what I found was I've been on journeys of maintenance amounts, of deficits, but I struggled with trying to figure out why my body was not responding for what happens to women in my age group, which is the belly fat. I could not figure out. I was doing all the right things. My body was not responding. I started listening to you, what, probably 4 months ago, 5 months ago, picked you up probably on Facebook. And
Mhm.
for me, I'm clinically oriented. And what I found with you were you could explain the clinical component that happens in the body for what is going on. And that gave me some validity to you, because there's a lot of people out there selling programs that don't really understand the whole body mechanism. So for me, it was I needed to validate that you knew what you were doing and that you could bring another level of knowledge to me in trying to figure out for my body what's going on and why I can't get rid of this belly fat. So I've been working with you probably 7, 8 weeks now.
Mhm.
I haven't had a lot of success in the sense of I haven't lost a lot of inches.
Mhm.
I haven't lost pounds, but I can tell you this last 2 weeks, I think I'm feeling my first success in understanding something is working a little better in the sense that my body is tightening, in that I feel stronger, I'm lifting more weights. I'm not seeing it in measurements, but yet I'm feeling like I'm getting rid of the flab. So for me, I just thank you for all the clinical components and helping me understand um, how the body responds in menopause, post-menopause for me, and where would some of the areas be that might be causing, whether it's the cortisol or whatever it is, that I need to look at to try and understand why my body's not responding.
And that is like it's a big area, if you like, Wendy, because nutrition is so personal. And both of you do have completely different lifestyles, and do different things, and you're different ages. Like Wendy, you're 10 years older than Michelle, for example. And there's so many factors that come into it. So I think that I love what you shared, because it's not as simple as just the nutrition. There's so many other aspects to this, that different inputs that we need to look at and measure to see what could be affecting like our overall goals. And for you, obviously, it's like, the belly fat. But at the same time, what makes me so excited hearing you share is at 74, you are, you're getting stronger and you're lifting heavier. And how exciting is that?
Yeah, it is. And I can, I don't make the progress I did in my 60s when I started. Where I'm achieving, 100 and some pounds in a clean or this or that, but I'm doing incremental in weights. And I'm happy with that, because I think what I've learned as I've aged is it's not necessarily getting the big numbers in the weights, but it's the quality of the movement and just consistency that tells your body you're getting stronger and you're going to stay stronger. So you don't have to, when you're doing this, you don't have to get out there and lift heavy weights, but it's just doing the right movements and consistently moving in the right way, because you can do a lot of exercise and do it wrong and not achieve. So I've learned that because I wasn't always like that. It was like, give me more weight. I want to get more weight. But I think over the last 5 years, I've kind of mellowed out a little bit and said, it's okay if I can't push more than, 55, 65 pounds over my head. I'm okay with that kind of thing. So
well, I think at 74, you're doing amazing. And,
yeah.
Hearing
Thank
you
you.
say you're lifting heavier and you're, feeling stronger, that is exciting, because Wendy, I want to be like you when I'm 74, like we all do. So, but this is what I think what's so important is that people need to hear this. Like they need to hear that at 74, like you're older than my mother, and you can still be like building a strong body and getting stronger. And this is exciting, because this is like the new conversation that needs to be had. You would be an outlier, I'm sure, in your friendship group. Is that not correct?
Yeah, I'm one of the two oldest in our gym. Yeah,
Yeah, but how cool is that? Like that's
I
like a
know.
badge of honor, like that is like a badge of honor to be, and I hope to be exactly the same way. So thank you for
Well,
setting a
thank
good
you. And
example.
thank you for all you do for all the women, because one of the things in your program that I will say to people, and I don't know, if you have worked other programs, which I have, um, you give so much more back than to the people. I mean, you offer a whole lot more than we really pay for, and that's something, and that tells me you have passion in your heart for what you do, and that's a great thing to have when you're looking for somebody to help you on a healthy journey.
Oh, well, I am passionate about helping women, and I just want as a coach, I want to see everyone have success. And I think too is that I've been in the place where I wasn't happy with my life and my body and the menopause symptoms, and I felt that frustration and that hopelessness. And so I know that anyone that applies themselves and learns what they need to do to change can do it and just be living their best life. So I'm passionate about everyone having that opportunity. Now, not everyone might take that up, but you certainly will never not hear from me. So you can't, if you've met me or come across my content, you will never say that you haven't had the opportunity to learn. So, that's what I'm passionate about, is like, we don't need to suffer. We can live amazing lives. And what's exciting is hearing you share, Wendy, at 74. Hopefully that inspires everyone listening to this to know that age is just irrelevant here.
It
It,
is.
it is about learning, applying, and doing the things, and you can feel the best I honestly at 51 feel better now than I did when I was 21. And
Oh,
so,
yeah.
yeah, I know that that can be the same for anyone.
Yeah. It's funny because at this time in my life, I just wish I had this knowledge when I was in my 20s, because I
Yeah.
think of all the years, I did a lot of stuff. I ran, I did a lot of stuff, but I didn't do it healthy.
Mm.
And that's the difference.
Yeah, that's because we didn't know. And this
Yeah.
is why I get so passionate about helping women, is because I feel the same way. Like at 21, it was the whole like eat less, exercise more business. Like that, unfortunately, there's so many generations of women that have been conditioned with this, that I'm trying to undo this, like trying to teach women that you can eat delicious food that tastes amazing and get your goals along the way. You should look forward to eating good food, we shouldn't be starving ourselves. It doesn't work, and it actually just messes us up. So this is why I get so passionate and give so much, because we're undoing a whole lot of bad conditioning, I suppose, that we've lived with for years and years and years. And the conversation really needs to change so women understand. So I'm so grateful to hear both of you share today. Thank you so much for your time. I know this will inspire so many other women to know that it's possible to turn things around regardless of what age they are. So thank you both for showing up today.
Thank you for everything. You've been great. You're wonderful.
Thank
And
you.
you too, Wendy. You're an
Oh, thank
inspiration
you.
too. It's true. I love learning from the women in this group. It's great.
You both are so incredible, and I've just had such a delight in being able to get to know you better, and and just continue to work with you. So thank you so much. You guys are awesome.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Have a
Bye-bye.
great day, ladies.
You too. Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.